and welcome back to The Watchman, only on TBN. You know, folks, one of the great untold stories of the Syrian civil war is the role that Israel is playing. Not a military role, but a humanitarian role. So we sat down with Dr. Tarif Badr, Deputy Surgeon General of the Israeli Defense Forces, to talk about it. Dr. Badr was on a campus tour sponsored by our good friends at Our Soldiers Speak, and he shared with us some of the amazing work Israel is doing along a hostile border.
You cannot stand aside and do nothing when you see children, women, and men, of course, with the severe injuries, hit by their brothers or their neighbors, and you cannot stand aside and do nothing. So actually, the majority of them are severely injured, and we decided to help them. The Syrian people were very afraid of the fact that they are facing the border, the Israeli border, and even they are crossing this border, and they are treated by their enemies. The Syrian people have been taught for tens of years that the worst enemy that they have is the Israeli one. That's the fact, that's the reason that for many months, even after the treatment in Israel, they haven't said the word Israel. They all the time told us that they are going to the West to be treated. So they were very afraid of the fact that they are treated by the Israeli people. But I can tell you that by the time when more and more Syrians decided to go towards the border and to be treated by the Israeli soldiers and civilians, the medical teams, and they were returned back safe to Syria. So I had the opportunity to speak Arabic with them, but the same language. And I heard this from them. They are very thankful for what we are doing as a state of Israel for them. The field hospital was built on more or less March 2013, just after the first 7 Syrians across the border were treated by our teams. The concept of the field hospital is to be there. The proximity is very important, since part of the Syrians were severely injured. And we wanted to be sure that in case there is a need for further treatment, not only the treatment given by the medical teams on the border, the primary cares, we wanted to be sure that in case there is a need for further treatment, we will be there. You have to understand that at the beginning, as I mentioned before, the Syrians were very afraid of going to Israel and be treated by Israel. So building this field hospital just near the border, so we can treat them there, on the border, treat them on this field hospital, save their lives, do whatever is needed, initial treatment, operations, or whatever, and then send them back to Syria. It was the best way to, first of all, to treat them, to save their lives, and to send them back to Syria. We believe in saving lives. We believe in extending helping hand for others. I think the State of Israel had decided a very strategic decision that whenever there is a need for us, we will be there. And I can tell you that these almost 2,000 of Syrians who were treated by the State of Israel feel a little bit different about the State of Israel compared of what they felt before. And I'm sure that more than 1,000 of Haitian people who were treated by our hospital, or more than 1,600 Nepalese people who were treated by our hospital, feel a little bit different about the State of Israel, about the people in Israel, and it's very important. I was born in a small village in the north part of Israel called Khorfesh. I belong to the Druze society, to the Druze community. My dream was to be a physician, and I fulfilled this dream. And since I studied before the graduation, so I went to the military service. And since 1993, I'm an officer in the military service in the IDF Medical Corps, and I'm proud to be now the Deputy Surgeon General, and actually one of the candidates of being the next Surgeon General. I think one of the strengths of the State of Israel is that in my position can be an officer or physician who belongs to a minority in the State of Israel. And I think it's It's a wonderful thing.